Peace and blessings to Reverend Charlene and my fellow classmates. My name is Beverly Rockcliffe, and I just want to share a few thoughts about the book Speak to Win. The further I get into reading this book, I am realizing how very important the information is for anyone who wants to improve their public speaking skills. In Reverend Charlene's lecture, she reminds us of the following points. 1, always meet with the person who will introduce us to the audience, and that it's a wise idea to give them a copy of our current bio. The writer of the book, Brian Tracy, suggests that we ask them to read it just as it is written, and to practice doing so before the event begins. This will avoid them making blunders as they read the bio. Reverend Charlene suggests that we become aware of the transfer of power of the microphone from the person who is introducing us, to always thank them, to shake hands, or give them a hug if that is appropriate. We're to always acknowledge the head of the institution or the person who invited us to speak, as well as the tech team, if there is one present. Now, moving on to the other takeaways. A great introduction sets the stage for a great talk. It stirs up interest in the audience, making them to become alert. One example of an introduction is as follows. Our speaker today comes from a family of entrepreneurs who built businesses from the bottom up. And these businesses are functioning until today, 50 years later. They use their God-given ideas, followed by using their intuition, and made these businesses successful. She is here to share with you how you too can make your business a great success. I invite you to join me in welcoming Mrs. Andrea Smith. Let us give her a big hand. Now, the goal of every speaker is to persuade others by speaking to win them over to your point of view, to change their way of thinking, to inspire them to take action so that they can make a positive impact in their worlds or in our world. To facilitate this, we must start strong. This calls for thorough preparation, whether we are engaging a small group meeting or addressing a large crowd. At the beginning of our talk, our focus must be on making a positive first impression. A well-structured introduction and knowing how to take the stage can make or break our speech. It is important that we step forward confidently, that we look the part by dressing appropriately. And here I'm going to refer to an experience that I had by saying first that we must never underestimate the organizers nor the occasion. I once witnessed a situation where the guest speaker underestimated the person who invited her as well as the occasion and turned up in inappropriate wear. It was very embarrassing. Moving on, make an impact on the audience by opening your speech with great warmth and friendliness. Always compliment them. Ask them questions, share your personal story, and by doing so, you'll be forming a bridge between you and them. Always be punctual. And if you're heading a small team, a small group meeting, make sure that their seating arrangement causes no barrier between you and the participants. One suggestion is that one can fix the chairs in a U-shaped form, where with the leader occupying the open space at one end. And this will create a oneness in the group and in the meeting. We are admonished to make others feel appreciated, accepted, admired, acknowledged, and agreeable, even if we don't agree with someone's point of view. These are all ways that we can implement to encourage others by speaking to win. This brings me to the end of my talk. Thank you for listening.